Are we feeding piggies, buddy?
Yeah.
What do we give them?
Grain.
We give them grain?
Yeah.
They are sure getting fat.
Yeah.
Do you got names for all these piggies?
That one's JJ, the big one, the big one, big bag.
And who's the big one for?
That big one is for Papa Taro.
Oh boy. And you're gonna make that one, you're gonna grow that one up for Papa Taro?
Yeah.
Good stuff, buddy. Good afternoon. So it is Tuesday morning. I've been grinding feed. I got about 12, 16 tons of feed to make today. Yesterday we didn't get the mill running. The molasses rep was here explaining to us about the product that we're going to be getting. Then yesterday afternoon, my brother actually dropped off 3 of the 4 tanks we need. These are 2,000 gallon tanks. He's got to bring one more this afternoon. Then that should hold 40 tons. That's the platform that we had built the other day. So it's about 10 feet wide by, I think it's 38 or 40 feet long. So there's going to be room for one more tank at the end. And then on this side, we're going to put these 2 pieces of checker plate. We grinded these down yesterday and painted them. They were up in the cattle sheds. They measure about 4 by 8. We're going to set them here, and I'm going to set my platform scale on top of them. When you get into platform scales and things like that, they need a solid base. So if you were to set it just on the wood, the little feet would probably dig into the wood. I'm not too sure exactly how that affects the weighing, but when we put it on the steel here, that will be, that'll be as good as we can do. My parents got back from Lethbridge last night. That's about I think it was 11 hours the way they went, and about 9 hours coming home. So they were picking up some molasses related stuff. I'll put that in a video later on. Corey and the kids went to town today. They got to pick up all the fittings. So we need a bunch of 2-inch valves, a bunch of hose, some fittings to attach to the pump. Good evening, and it is a beautiful evening. So we've switched gears here now. I made all the bags I had to make. I did as much as I could on those molasses tanks. August 17th, I just asked my dad, and that would be definitely the earliest he's ever even thought about testing the wheat. But what I'm out here doing now is looking for any wheat that didn't make it into the combine. So there's a couple right there. You know, ideally you don't want to see any, but that might not be realistic, right? So there are, the sample was very clean. So I'm just going to, there's another one. Good afternoon. So, had I known, well, I should have known. The minute you start the combine in northern Alberta, it rains. So, yesterday I took my mom's combine out and I did maybe 10 acres of wheat. It was testing 13.5, so that's dry. There's the odd green kernel in it, and that makes us a bit nervous for the middle of August to throw that in a bin. But we do have some aeration bins, so we were planning on combining today. This morning, the clouds rolled in and it was cloudy all morning, and I thought, well, and it started to spit a little bit. So we had a couple bags to make, and we had to get our tanks lined up. We got one more tank coming, and platform scale and everything set up, put our fittings in the bottom. So we were doing all that, and that was all going fairly successful. And then it started spitting on and off, and then it's been spitting for the last 20-30 minutes, I guess. So now the tops of the bins they're wet, and you can assume if that's the case, the crop is wet. So we will give it a few more days. The unfortunate thing is I don't know how to grade wheat. I have a feeling, I actually sent a picture to my cousin, and he said, oh yeah, that's number one wheat. And for us up here, that's fairly rare. I don't know what the protein's going to be. We haven't done that test on it yet, but it looked really, really good. And now the thing with wheat, all of the adverse conditions that it faces from now till you get it off are going to start resulting in downgrades. So right now our wheat weight about 65 pounds, which is high bushel weight. The standard bushel weight of wheat is 60. I have no idea what it was running. I'm just kind of assuming it's between 45 and 50. And that's just because I did about 10 acres according to the GPS, and I unloaded that combine, well, twice, and then my mom did a bit more and she unloaded again. So we don't know. We only did a few acres, and it is what it is. So this morning I ran over, I got my sprayer from the neighbors. I had left it over there. We changed the big tires out for the skinny tires, and my dad's been working in the shop on the molasses pump. And now he's on the phone, which is frustrating because I want to test the pump out, but it's loud and he's on there talking. So I figured I'd step out here and shed some light on the misfortunes of northern Alberta farmers. And it's frustrating because not a lot you can do about it. And the only saving grace is August 18th. My dad said yesterday he would have never in his life up till now dreamed of even going out and trying the wheat in the middle of August. You know, he said that's a middle of September thing, right? I think 2 years ago we desiccated our wheat on the 19th of September. So we are a month ahead, but you know, it was ready and it was looking good. And now we're supposed to get like 4 days. Good evening. It's about 9:30. We just finished unloading our last tank. So that is all for molasses. We got the scale at the end, our skids built, tanks are there. I got one more set of valves to put in the end, and that's all ready to go. Lick tanks and stuff got to be assembled, so there's lots of work to do. There's always lots of work to do, but that's been the hectic last few days around here, getting all that set up. We tried to combine yesterday. We were going to combine today, but it rained, so we ended up working around the yard, making some feed, and doing some work over there for the molasses. We're hopefully going to get a load this Friday, Saturday, and then see how that goes. But it's been a long day. It is starting to get dark earlier, so I'm going to head in and grab a shower and head off to bed. So, as always, to those who watch, thank you, and we will see you all on the next one.